welcome to Back to Basics. I'm Neecy, your vlogger today. Neecy D63 here on YouTube. So, this week is Soul Week, and we're talking about self-sabotage and relationships. I've been trying to think back over the past 5 years if there were any either intentional or inadvertent sabotagers in my life from my friends and my family. And I don't think that there was anybody who intentionally tried to sabotage my attempt at losing weight along the way. But I do think that, at times, if you were to buy into what people were saying to you with good intentions. I mean, I don't think it was ever because anybody intentionally was trying to sabotage your journey and the success that you would meet. But I think sometimes it's unintentional, and sometimes it's because it's a reflection on them, right? So they see you making decisions for a healthier life. They see you trying to make better choices, healthier choices, to get healthier, and you're a mirror to them in their life, maybe about things they wish they were making better choices about. And so it's more about, well, you can just have one piece, or you can, let's just go out for supper this once. And I'm guilty of that myself too. It's like, I don't know. It's like a very strange mentality, right? And again, I don't think it was ever intentional, but I think sometimes if you allow people to entice you, maybe to go out for supper more than you should, or into having that piece of dessert, or like I remember being on a Weight Watchers diet with my sister-in-law, and going to Mom's and Dad's for Thanksgiving, and us agreeing, although we were both doing really well with the Weight Watchers, agreeing that this was going to be a no-calorie day, right? And it's not that that's a bad thing, but if you let that sort of mentality sneak into your life, you're allowing other people to sabotage you, but you're also, you need to take responsibility for those decisions. Like if you buy into that mentality, then you're the one who's ultimately responsible for it, right? And as you go further out, your relationships potentially are going to change, and some of that is as a result of what the changes that you're going through. But again, I think as some of those doors open up that we felt were closed before, and again, it's all a perception. I still believe, I don't think necessarily we have bad relationships or a lack of relationships if we are obese. I think it's our perceptions of ourselves not being worthy that lead to us not opening those doors and allowing people in closer, right? But as you move forward, I think sometimes you might, it's nice to get those compliments, and sometimes they're not always. Sometimes the interest that the opposite sex will show you, if you're heterosexual like I am, or the same sex if you're not, I mean, it's a real ego booster, right? And it's nice to get complimented. And so I think sometimes we sabotage our own ability to be happy and find the right kind of people to enhance our lives and make our lives better and help to support us in our goals, because it just feels so good to get those compliments, and a lot, not a lot, but I mean, some of the times the intention of those people might not be in your best interest, right? So I don't know if I'm being too vague or whatever. But it's really interesting. Like you do get, and again, I don't think it's intentional or, I live alone, so I can't blame anybody but myself if I bring food into the house that shouldn't be here because it's going to tempt me to eat more of something that I shouldn't. Um, but certainly there, and I think like many of us, I often still 5 years out, if I talk about potentially um, thinking about wanting to lose a little bit more weight. I don't know if I want to or not, but I get that. Well, you're thin enough. Like if you lose any more weight, you're going to look sick. Well, that's just not true because I do still have weight to lose, right? If I choose to lose it. I mean, I'm healthier now. I feel good, and life is good. But um, yeah, so it's an interesting question, and I don't think this is a very interesting reply, and I'm sorry, but I would be really interested to hearing back from you guys as far as, have there been people in your life that have sabotaged you? Because for the most part, I've always felt like I've had a lot of support from my family and my friends. And if at any time there was any sabotage, it was not intentional and it only happened if I allowed it to happen. So I ultimately have to take responsibility for that. But I would sure be interested in hearing your thoughts on that. Anyways, hope you're having a great week. Take care.